Hi there. Uh-oh, it's a knit and chat. You know what that means? It means Killian didn't have her video ready by Thursday. I just thought we would do a little chit chat. Why not? If you can hear screaming, there's a marathon going on like right outside of our house right now. My partner and I just went on a walk. It ended up being like a 2-hour walk. We kind of ended up going all around our city, and so we saw the little marathon stations and we saw them starting, and then by the time we ended up getting back to our house, they're running like right down our street. So I got very emotional because just knowing that they like work so hard for this moment, and yeah, it's just, you know, lots of emotion. Maybe I'm hormonal. I definitely am, but like it's so nice to see like people reaching their goals, you know? I just love it. It just like warms my heart, and I know this is kind of rare in the crafting community, but I am definitely extroverted and I get a lot of my energy from other people, and so events like that where there's like a lot of people and they're all rooting for a common cause or having a common goal really gets me going, you know? I love it. Same with like live music and things like that. Like I love live music. Artists sharing their work with people in such a raw and authentic way, and then there's a commonality between everyone in the crowd. They all love this band, or maybe they don't know the band but they're here for the music, and yeah, that kind of thing is just one of my favorite things on the planet is live music. And I wouldn't say I love like all events where there's like a lot of people, like festivals and things like that, you know, like the state fair, because overcrowdedness does give me anxiety. It's not the same thing to me as like going to an event, if that makes sense. Anyways, yeah, so if you can hear cheering in the background, maybe I should close my window. Alright, there we go. Anyways, welcome to this knit and chat. I hope you have a project to get some progress done on. And if not, thanks for joining me anyways. Maybe I can keep you company while you're getting something done, or maybe you're just hanging out. Either way, hi, thanks for being here. Today I am working on the 6-in-1 top by Oops and Loops. This is a knit pattern, and it's really cool because there's two different sides, two different necklines, and you can wear it either way. And then you can do a tank top, cap sleeve, or long sleeve. I think I'm gonna do long sleeve with this one, but I don't really know actually, because I thought I was gonna have enough yarn for long sleeve, and I probably will if I'm being honest, but I thought I was a lot further than I am, because I just recently tried this on and it was like a sports bra length on me, way shorter than I thought it was gonna be, so I definitely have a ways to go. But this yarn is so cool. This is the Big Twist Vortex, and it's in the colorway Super Bloom, I believe. And I love how it's working up. It's very gorgeous to me. And yeah, Hirschner's bought Big Twist, which is really exciting. Hirschner's is a Wisconsin company, which I'm from Wisconsin if you didn't know that. And I honestly don't think I'd ever even heard of Hirschner's before. I don't know, maybe I'll make a little field trip out to the Hirschner's headquarters sometime. I'm sure it's not located anywhere near me, but yeah, very exciting that Big Twist is saved, I guess. I really hope they bring back the Vortex line, because this is my first time using it and I think it's just absolutely stunning. It's so pretty. But yeah, that is what I'm working on. Let me know what you're working on, because I love to hear about your projects, and I love to hear about like your progress. Whenever like someone comments and they're like, I'm working on this, and then they'll be like, I finished this on my next video or whatever, I'm like, oh hell yeah, like that's so awesome. Like I love hearing about your different projects that you guys have going on. And I'm also wearing my ice sweater. You can't really see it, but this is a pattern by Pixel, and it's kind of like perfect weather for it today. Kind of gloomy, but yeah, my partner and I just went on a 2-hour walk this morning to start our day, and we saw an owl. We saw an owl, and I'm pretty sure I looked up owls in Wisconsin, and I'm pretty sure it's a barred owl, which are actually native to Eastern America, but apparently they're like considered invasive. They've like migrated their way west, and apparently they're considered invasive, or like least concern for the endangered animal ranking. So I think it's a barred owl. Maybe if you know more about owls, you can let me know. I'll put in a picture. But so cool to see an owl in daylight like that. I was in awe of it. They're so beautiful. Let me know if you're like this at all with your pets, if you have any pets. My partner and I, always compare different animals we see to one of our 3 cats. So like that owl was a Lucy, you know, big smoosh and fluffy and chunky like Lucy. Pretty much all goats are Franklin. But yeah, whenever we see an animal, we'll be like, oh, that's a Gordon, you know? Let me know if you're like that with your pets at all. If you have more than one pet and you're like, oh, that squirrel's given Franklin vibes or whatever. I don't know why we always do that, but yeah, that owl was a Lucy for sure, for sure. Very cute, very cool, absolutely breathtaking animal. Birds are really cool in general, and owls are like so unique, you know? There's like not really any birds like them. Anyways, so that's what I did this morning. Let me know if you have any owls by your house, if you've ever seen an owl before. It was so cool. Ooh, also my work has this like falcon cam. I don't really know why exactly, but there's like a falcon couple that nests near, I don't know, one of the buildings. And there's a camera that you can like kind of check the progress on these falcons. And they have 3 eggs. And apparently the eggs were laid March 30th. And the day I'm filming this, it's April 27th. And I looked up how long it takes for peregrine falcon eggs to hatch, and apparently it's 31 to 33 days. So I think that they should probably be hatched like within the next week and a half, which is awesome. But I always have that camera up at work, and so I swear those babies better be born Monday through Friday during regular business hours, except for not Wednesday because I'm off on Wednesday. So I just really hope I get to see them hatch. I think that would be so cool. But then they name all the babies and everything. And so yeah, there's 3 eggs, and they're really cool looking eggs. They're brown with like a dark brown mottling. I've definitely gained like an appreciation for birds as I've gotten older. I used to not like birds at all, which I don't really know why. I wasn't really like necessarily scared of them or anything. I just didn't really like them that much. But yeah, I've definitely gained like an appreciation for birds. I've always loved like ducks and penguins, and like honestly that's kind of it. Now I'm like, I love birds. Maybe as you get older you just like birds, because bird watching definitely is like a thing. I'm getting into my bird watching years. Not really though. I'm more so like bird listening too. Like I love listening to all the bird calls and trying to recognize them. There's a lot of woodpeckers by our house, which is so cool too. We saw a woodpecker the other day. Anyways, I'll stop talking about birds because I feel like knitting and talking about birds. It's so funny because I feel like I used to be like a party animal, and now I just knit and talk about birds. But yeah, the owl was so cool. I will be thinking about that for the next month, I swear. Last night, my partner and I went to a murder mystery party. Have y'all ever done one of those before? It was so fun. Everyone got assigned a character, and then we all had to like dress up as and act like our character. So my character's name was Daphne, and my partner's character was Axel. And Daphne and Axel were a couple, and we were both into like the occult and anything macabre, and so we dressed kind of like goth style. And Axel was a tattoo artist, and Daphne was an artist who used human blood in her paintings. That was my secret, because I don't know if y'all have ever done a murder mystery party. Let me know if you have. I've never done one before, so all we really knew going into it was kind of like the background of our characters, what they were into, what they dressed like, that kind of thing. And then when we got there, we got another card, and it had motives, tasks, and secrets on the card, so everyone got their own. And so Daphne's, my character, my tasks were to talk to the homeowners about art, avoid someone's romance, but I don't think we had enough characters, so that character didn't even show up. Yeah, I honestly think my character was definitely like a side character, kind of like a red herring, because it's a murder mystery, like whodunit. There was 3 murders, and so we had to try to like figure out who the murderer was and what the motive was. And so I definitely think that my character was supposed to be like a red herring because she was like so dark and sinister, but she had nothing to do with it. What did I just do? I'm not paying attention. So yeah, definitely I was a side character, kind of like a filler character, but it was really fun. It took place at a funeral home, and it was like the grand opening of this funeral home, which was funny because the actual event took place at my coworker's house, and she just bought a house, so it was like a housewarming party. So this was like a funeral home housewarming party kind of thing. Then 3 people get murdered, and you have to find out the link. And what ended up happening was we found out that there was a fire that happened in like the 80s at that funeral home, and someone died. And then we find out, so one of the characters, one of my coworkers, was a magician who escapes death. But then we found out that he died in the fire, and he was the one who murdered all these people as revenge for like not helping him in the fire. I don't really know. It was kind of like, oh, I didn't know ghosts could poison people because they were all poisoned. I don't know if that made sense. There was more to it, and I was kind of confused the whole time. So like you had to basically go up to people and be like, what's your secret? And they had to tell you what their secret was. And so some people's secrets were like, I started the fire Like one of my coworkers started the fire at the funeral home in the 80s for inspiration for her novel. Like another one of my coworkers got away with murder and hid the body under the floorboards or something. I don't really know. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this at all. I don't know if YouTube's gonna like flag anything that I'm saying right now. I guess we'll find out. So if there's ads in this video, YouTube didn't notice. But yeah, I guess I'll change subjects now. But it ended up being the magician was the one who people, you know. It was fun though. It was definitely like funny and a lot of like just seeing everyone like get so into character, and then at the end you vote for like who you thought was the best dressed, who you thought was the best actor. Look at this yarn right now. I definitely am at the point where I need to recake it. I'm just like kind of fighting with it right now. Yeah, super fun. Highly recommend. I think next I'm trying to convince them to do an escape room. I think that would be really fun, but I think we might have too many people for that. There's a lot of people there. There's like 30 people. Definitely fun. So if I have like residual makeup on my eyes, it's because I did black shadow eye. But yeah, definitely recommend going to a murder mystery party if you have a chance to. Oh, also, my partner and I have been really into watching Antique Roadshow. I had not seen that show in so long. We have the Roku channel or whatever. I think it's on the Roku Live TV channel all the time lately. I feel like it switches between that and Judge Judy. But yeah, Antique Roadshow is so cool. I'm pretty sure it's filmed in like 2000 too, so like that stuff is even older now, you know? So cool to see like all the history and everything behind it. Like all the different antiques that people bring in. Definitely really cool. And I like guessing like what the values of everything are. That's what we've been into watching lately. Let me know what shows you've been into watching lately because we're kind of like stumped. I have been watching Grey's Anatomy here and there. That show is very good, but because I work in the lab specifically, I think a lot of people just don't really understand like what it's like to work in a lab and like what realistic expectations are and things like that. Like they always get biopsy results back the same day, which is just not how that really works. But it's a good show. It is a really good show. I am into it. Let me know what shows you have been watching lately because I need recommendations. I really want to watch Severance, but I don't have Apple TV, but I'm honestly debating getting Apple TV just so that I can watch that show. But we have Netflix, Hulu, and HBO. We watched $1 Million Secret, which is a really good show. It's kind of like a game show where they're competing to win $1 million, and I guess I'll just leave it at that. It's a good show though. Kind of like The Trust, if you've ever seen that one. It's kind of similar like vibe. Oh, totally change of subject, but I don't know why, I was just randomly browsing crochet books on Amazon, unfortunately. It must have been like right before bed or something. That's when I always am like online shopping. And I added like 4 crochet books to the cart just to like, you know, I don't know if you do that. Like you'll add things to your cart just to like come back to them later. Well, my partner went to go buy something on Amazon and saw that there was 4 books in the cart and he just bought them all. So I have 4 books coming, I think tomorrow. I'll tell you what they are. Crochet Impkins, which is by Megan Lapp, and I have her other book, which is like Mythical Creatures or something like that. I have yet to make anything out of that book, but it's on my goal list of 2025 to make things out of my crochet book, so I definitely think I'll be making a video about that soon. So yeah, got Crochet Impkins. 100 Flowers to Knit and Crochet by Leslie Stanfield. That one looks gorgeous, just like beautiful flowers, so probably be making some of those. Crocheted Houseplants by Emma Varnum, and Crochet Bees, Bugs, and Butterflies by Vanessa Munci. So I'm really excited about that one too. But yeah, I wasn't gonna probably end up buying any of them, but he bought them. They were in the cart and he bought them. So I guess I have some books coming tomorrow. So yeah, I will probably be doing a little series where I start crocheting things out of my pattern books, because what's the point of having pattern books if you're not gonna use them, right? I have the Mythical Creatures one, and then I think I have like some other ones that are just like stitch books, like different crochet stitches. I don't know if they're necessarily like patterns. I'll have to take a look, but that'll be fun. I'm excited. I really want to make some like bugs, I think, and the flowers look cool too. But yeah, that will be fun. I'm excited for those books. Oh, so also, this is so interesting. My coworker every Friday will have like a question of the day, and they're always just like kind of fun, sometimes thought-provoking. But last Friday, the question of the day was, if someone were to summon you with like black magic, what 3 objects would they need to summon you? So my 3 objects I said were yarn, Diet Coke, and pickles. That's just kind of what I came up with off the top of my head, but I stand by it. I do love me some Diet Coke, some pickles, and some yarn, so I'm curious what your 3 objects would be if you were summoned by black magic. What would we need to put in the Pentagon? Anyways, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I've been blabbing for a while, but I think this is probably gonna end up being a little bit shorter of a video, so hopefully that's okay, and I am working on an exciting project, so hopefully that'll be done by next week. Otherwise, we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. I have some vlogs filmed too, but I try to avoid sneak peeks of the projects I'm working on as much as possible, which like is kind of silly. I don't know why I do that, but like I've showed my current project in the vlog, and I don't know, I kind of want the project video to come out first, if that makes sense. Fingers crossed I can get that done. I'm gonna start working on it after I am finished filming this video, so hopefully you will see that video next week. Like I said, sorry that this is a little bit shorter of a video this week, and hopefully we were able to get some work done together. Hopefully this was a good like body double for you to work on some of your projects. Let me know what you were working on, if you were working on anything. Let me know if any of those crochet books sound interesting to you. I will definitely be making some patterns from those books, and I'm really excited about it. I'll definitely show you all of that, probably in a vlog. You're probably not going to see that much progress on this. I think I probably got 3 rows done. I don't know. I'm not good at yapping and knitting / yapping and crocheting at the same time. So yeah, if you want, you can follow me on my other socials. It's at Viney_maple, which is the same way it's spelled here. I will see you over there, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!